Welcome back to the top news channel RF Update. If you find my video useful, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Like a farce. Clement Beaune makes dirty argument about Boris can't isolate France in the bet. Emmanuel Macron's right-hand man, Clement Beaune, said Boris Johnson has failed to win his fishing battle with France over post-Brexit licenses. It's silly. Many people expressed anger at Mr. Beaune's statements. Not only that, they also want the Prime Minister to revoke all licenses of French fishermen so that they can prove that France and Macron are really wrong. Indeed, a man named Lurgy Coward said, "Failed at what? This guy has lost it. If you don't have the necessary documents for a license, you don't get one. Nothing has changed." Another person named Yada Yada said, "Clement Beaune is the type person who would complain that his ice cream is too cold. We cannot succumb to threats by the French of going to a European court which has no jurisdiction over UK law." In a recent speech, Mr. Beaune told RF Update that Boris Johnson told himself he could isolate the French. "We have remobilized the Europeans so that the deal is reputable. Not only that, France is planning to ask the EU to begin litigation proceedings if an ongoing row over post-Brexit fishing licenses is not resolved." Faced with that situation, many people were angry and had mixed opinions. Among them, a man named Pikep said, "What planet is Bonehead on? UK says here have all the licenses except a few obvious fakes or where you can't prove past fishing, and he witters about isolating the French. These guys are deluded. Or is he talking about vaccines where France insists on disgracefully isolating the UK from receiving its own vaccines? Total shower." A person named Sanjay P also agreed and said, "The UK did not try anything of the sort. All that was expected of France was the provision of proof to get the licenses. Once that is done, there is no problem. Only the French has been running the narrative that the UK does not want to issue the licenses, which has never been the case. If there was a licenses war, it was in the minds of Macron and Beaune." France's Seas Minister Annick Girardin said on Thursday that if the deadlock remained by Friday evening, France would request a meeting of the Partnership Council, which oversees the implementation of the Brexit agreement, to note the UK's, according to a government source, failure to respect its signature. Many fishermen said that, Mr. Beaune, if the French legal provided the evidence of historic fishing with their application for a license, they would get one, resolve the problem. Why, Mr. Beaune, do you think France and French do not have to comply with what was agreed? On the other hand, how can the French take the UK to court? The agreement regarding licenses was agreed and signed by the EU and the UK. No proof of previous fishing, no license. We've kept to this, France has done its best to break it, so how can we be sued? Oh, and what's happened to cut off Jersey's electricity? In a recent speech, Mr. Macron said, "The British government signed a withdrawal agreement which requires commitments to our fishermen. Tomorrow we, alongside the European Commission, will find out if these agreements are not reputable. There has been progress in recent weeks. I wish to salute that. There is a sincere re-engagement, and I hope with all my heart that new paths open up."